Alrighty, so this is Journal 12, and I'm going to be telling you the structure of my favorite story. So my favorite story my favorite movie is The Devil Wears Prada, and I'm going to tell you what it would be in like 3 acts. So the first act is the setup and a new situation. So the main character, Andrea Sachs, comes out of college as a writer, and she lives in New York with her boyfriend, and she's trying to find a job. She can't find a job as a writer, per se, to say, and she's resorted to human resources, and she has one option, or she has working in the fashion industry with Miranda Priestley as her assistant, and she takes that because she didn't want to work for the other one. In Act 2, I would say that Andrea needs to learn how to be in this world because she's not the most fashion-forward person. She's actually not the fashion-forward person that needs to be that you need to be in that industry. But she's a hard worker. So Miranda hires her, and she works very, very hard. Some complications and higher stakes in this, I would say. As Andrea is trying to work for Miranda, she obviously wants to become better at her job, and as she's doing that, she kind of loses herself mentally and kind of physically. So she has to dress the part. She changes the way she looks to accommodate for how she needs to look. And when she changes, that's when like inside her head kind of changes as well, because her job takes over her life. She breaks up with her boyfriend because of the job. She takes one of her coworkers' positions, like to go to Paris. She takes that from her, not intentionally, but just by how good she's doing. Miranda picks Andrea to go instead of Emily, the other character. And Andrea also loses family and friends as well, because she's so into her job. She's so consumed with her job. It's 24/7 Miranda. And then in Act 3, I would say that she figures out what's really important in life. She is in Paris, and she realizes how brutal and cruel and crazy this world is. And she decides that she doesn't want that. That's not what her intentions were. That's not who she started out as. And she leaves Paris without telling anyone. She throws her phone into a fountain and can't hear Miranda, because that's how Miranda communicated to her, by calling her all the time. She threw the phone in the water, and that's her saying, "I'm done." And then she gets home, and she applies for a new job, and she wants to work, I think, for like the New York Times or some journalism, some paper, and she applies for the job, and Miranda writes I don't know what it's called, I forget, but she writes to New York Times and says why Andrea would be good and suitable for this job. So yeah.